Hi, Scorpio. This is going to be a mid-July bonus reading for you guys. You guys got a lot of views this past week, so I wanted to do a bonus reading for you just to look a little deeper at the energy you're in. This is an extended Celtic cross that I just pulled out for you. It's good for the sun, rising moon, and Venus sign of Scorpio. Keep in mind, as always, this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading meant for just one person, so it won't possibly resonate with everyone that watches. So check your rising moon or Venus sign here on this channel. If this doesn't resonate, you could find messages there. But if you really want a message to resonate 100% just for you, book a private reading with me. The link to my website is in the description below to schedule. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Scorpio, you are my favorite water sign. I like Cancer and Pisces, but I really like that Martian ruled scorpionic energy, my fighters, my warriors. So let's see what's going on for you guys. I think you're spending some time alone in the middle of July and sort of trying to figure out what your own personal values are, and in some situations where you're trying to heal and some stuff has been draining you. You're trying to heal. You might be in a situation where your talents aren't being utilized. I think what's happening here is you're focused very much on career for a lot of you, and reestablishing a sense of self and a firm foundation. At the center of it all for you, the sun. I have Leo here. I have a lot of signs here. So I'll call out the signs I see. You may or may not be dealing with some of those signs. You could be dealing with a Leo, though, because I have sun and strength here. So at the center of it all for you is the sun. This is clarity. This is like reality. This is a breath of fresh air. Seeing the sun. The sun is coming out for you. The sun is the most positive card in the deck. It feels really good. I think you are finally getting clarity on something in the middle of July. The reason this is happening, or the challenge, the catalyst, is the Three of Pentacles. The challenge will be teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation. The challenge might be that you've maybe been in some triangulations. The challenge will be to cooperate and work as a team. This could be happening at work for you. This is the challenge for you, or the catalyst in the middle of July. What's driving you guys, though? Strength in reverse to the Hierophant in reverse. So some of you are feeling pretty drained by a situation and you're doubting yourself. You're feeling kind of low energy. You might have a hard time taming your pride and emotion and even desire in a situation. Make sure you don't operate with a lack of strength and character. I think something's draining you. With the Hierophant in reverse, this is Taurus. So the Hierophant's the marriage card. It can also be university, a big company. This is where we follow the rules and we don't challenge the status quo, and we operate in societal norms sometimes. I see you guys being very drained by a situation and being like, you know what? I really need to march to the beat of my own drum here. I'm not doing this level of commitment just to make everyone else, like friends, family, society at large, happy. This could be very much about a spiritual practice or family or a commitment of some kind that I think you feel like is draining you to some degree. So take care of yourselves, very much so. In the past, Ace of Wands to the Emperor. I clarified it with the Two of Swords in reverse. You could have been dealing with a married person, or this is you. The Emperor is a husband, a father, someone in control, has a lot of structure and authority, and is very logical and practical, very committed as well. I think you were in a situation with this person, or you were this person. The Ace of Wands tells me you started a new cycle in the past that you saw initially a lot of growth potential with. I think you maybe saw it as long term, or maybe you were dealing with someone that was just almost kind of rigid and wouldn't open up emotionally. For whatever reason, this kind of hit a stalemate with this person, and you weren't really sure what to do. I think you see it clearly now. You may still have to work with this person in some way, and that might be the challenge this month. But what you're thinking about all the time, and your advice from Spirit, 10 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Wands to the Hermit. Now, you might want a homecoming with a person and they're in hermit mode and they don't want to deal with it. They're kind of ghosting or withdrawing from you. But what I'm really seeing you guys doing here, your advice from Spirit is, first of all, you need to delegate the burdens in your life. You've been doing it all and carrying a heavy burden. You've probably recently completed a very heavy cycle that you felt like you needed to do on your own. You might still feel that way. Delegate and release your burdens middle of July. Just let something go. And I think that your stability will come from within in the middle of July. This is Virgo with the Hermit here. The Hermit goes on a solo spirit walk. He really searches his own soul. He wants some time alone. I think what you guys are doing here is finding a lot of stability in your life with this Four of Wands. Some of you, the Four of Wands can be a homecoming, but it's just joy and harmony and relaxation and celebration in and of itself, by itself, where we set up a stable foundation. I think that you will be releasing a lot of burdens in the middle of July and spending some time alone, searching your own soul. The Hierophant is about community at large, and the Hermit goes on his own solo spirit walk. I think you feel the need to kind of work alone and think some things through, possibly about a homecoming with another person, or just your stable foundation and where you are foundationally right now in your life. And your soul is telling you, and your guides are telling you, just let that shit go, man. It's like this Hermit's just like, I got to think about this. I need to spend some time alone. I do see you guys spending some time alone thinking about some stuff, and I can see what it is. The Seven of Cups is where we have a lot of opportunities and choices, and we do a lot of wishful thinking, and we live in an illusion, but it can be very distracting. And the Seven of Cups comes in reverse when we are either overwhelmed by choices, or it's a reality check where we don't have all the choices we want. We realize we were doing wishful thinking, but it's often about being overwhelmed by so many choices in front of you to the point where you're like, I really need to focus on what my personal values are. Maybe I didn't have the choices I thought I did. Maybe I'm overwhelmed by too many choices. I need to go in for inner alignment. And I think that that's what you're doing, because the way you see yourself, more major arcana, four major arcana here, major arcana driving you, and the way you see yourself. Scorpio, what is this? The Star in reverse to the Magician in reverse. In the most positive way I can spin this, this is Aquarius, this is more Virgo here, Gemini, Sag here maybe. I think that you're still healing from a situation and learning how to trust yourself. You might feel a bit hopeless about a renewal. The Star is where we feel like the star. We're positive, we're motivated, we're free. I think that you're healing from something and you're feeling a bit disconnected. And I think it's because you've been in a situation now, from now to the middle of July, where you feel as though you can't be the single catalyst for change, for a renewal or a rebirth, and a healing. I think that you feel as though you don't have all the tools you need to succeed, or you have talents that are being underutilized entirely. And this can also make us somewhat cynical. It's just a moment where we lack a plan. What's your plan moving forward? That will help you manifest this dream into being. But I think you sort of stop wishing on a star. I'm seeing kind of a back to the drawing board here for you, where you're not sure you have all the tools you need to succeed. You might not be confident in a situation. You don't want to manifest it yet, or you're just feeling like you're being underutilized in some way, or you just can't get out there and be that jack of all trades because you have more healing to do in a situation in your life. The sun has come out. You are seeing something clearly now. That's what I think the challenge is. It's like you've got to work as a team in a situation, and you're like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. You just keep focusing on your own personal values and narrowing your emotional options, and focus on stability. Delegate, okay? You might just have to let it go, and delegate and get some help. But they want you to search your soul and think about it. An energy around you. This could be a relationship, a family member, someone close to you, the person you're thinking about now. This person sees themselves as the moon. This is Pisces energy. This person is nervous and insecure. This person sort of hides and is veiled in moonlight. Things are not as they seem with this person. They're going to be kind of mysterious. They see themselves as the moon. They're in kind of their shadow energy. They're going to be very emotional, somewhat distrusting, and they're straining to see something for themselves in the moonlight. They might even be hiding in some way from themselves and from you. The way they feel about you, the Hangman to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This person is just sort of hung up. They've paused. They're going to surrender and just let go to things that aren't in their control. They're not feeling very comfortable in the situation, and they're having a hard time tolerating the ups and downs with you. They're trying to break cycles in their life that don't serve them. They've just sort of surrendered, like, look, I see this for what it really is, and timing for me is just not working out. I can't handle all these ups and downs emotionally. They might play out karmic cycles, but I think if they do, they know that. And things just haven't been working out for this person in the way that they can, in a way that they can expand at this time. It could be something like, oh, I don't know, a worldwide pandemic making the wheel of fortune and the world halt. That could be part of the problem. This person's also showing me their actions towards you is the Nine of Pentacles to the Fool in reverse. So this could be a child even with the Fool. This is Aries, this is Gemini, this is Sagittarius or Libra for me sometimes, but it doesn't have to be that sign. This person wants to maintain independence. They want to impress you too. They want to look good, they want to smell good. They seem to think they're a good catch and they want to stay independent, and they're very focused on the pentacles. This person isn't quite able to leave the past behind and take a big risk with you. Now, when I see the wheel and the fool in reverse, they could be doing some risky behavior, but I don't think so. I think that because the moon and the hangman are here, this Pisces energy, this person's just going to sit tight right where they are, and they're not willing to take a risk moving forward. This could also be your response to your environment. Having a hard time, this person has a hard time with a beginner's mindset. They might be a little careless and foolish and reckless, but they're not ready to like even be serious and commit in a situation. They seem emotional, they seem hung up, they're having a hard time breaking cycles. So that's what's going on in the energy around you. I was like, whoa, who is this? This could be different, a different person for each of you, right? The way you're feeling in the middle of July from now until like June 15th, the Nine of Wands in reverse, but the King of Pentacles. Hello, Daddy. You are really feeling worn down. So make sure you have good boundaries in place. You seem like you're a little overwhelmed, Scorpio, and it's a struggle. It's like the Nine of Wands in the upright is the wounded warrior. Life is a battlefield, right? But you're still hanging in there. You're going to make it back to the fort alive. In the reverse, you have to use every inner resource you have, and it's a struggle to even make it back to base camp. I see the Nine and the Ten of Wands in reverse, where you feel like you have to let something go to a degree, but I see that you really want to maintain the pentacles. A lot of you really do want a lot of discipline and leadership and wealth and family and abundance in your life. The King of Pentacles is very focused on career, family, long-term stability. You could be wanting a King of Pentacles, or you want to be the King of Pentacles. Everybody wants to be the King of Pentacles. There's not a man or a woman alive on this planet that does not want this. You guys might be really trying and struggling to maintain a lot of, abundance in your life, but it might be wearing you down. So be careful for that. Some of you might just cave into whoever this King of Pentacles is. Be careful of that as well. But I feel like this is you trying to maintain your abundance, because I see you working a lot. He's looking up at this Eight of Pentacles like, we got to work to make it happen, even though it's wearing you down. Final outcome, I actually clarified this quite a bit. I have the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands in reverse, to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So you might be kind of trapped in your head about something. And you could be the Queen of Wands, or a person around you could be the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands in reverse is where we lose a lot of confidence and courage and passion for something in a healthy way. We're not feeling very determined. We're feeling a little introverted. We're trying to reestablish our sense of self. She's often an entrepreneur, a hype girl, a friend. Sometimes she can be the other woman in a relationship. I think the fire has gone out of something for you, and I don't think you can set up a good routine with a person. I get the feeling this Queen of Wands might be somebody around you. Or like you might even, this is, I hate to say this, worst case scenario, the Queen of Wands in reverse gets piping hot mad and loses her temper because she's not getting the attention she wants. So somebody might not be getting the attention they want, or someone has pulled off their fire in their friendship with a person. That could be you, that could be someone else, and a good routine just isn't being set up. You might have a hard time putting a lot of work into something because you're not sure if you can create a passionate environment. And I can see that you're stressed out about it too. If it's dating or something like that, I don't know how long-term and committed you can be right now, because you do seem kind of drained. This could be about career as well, just not having a good routine. Maybe this is your shitty boss that just messed up your schedule at work and you feel like the victim in the situation. I just heard that. I clarified the Queen of Wands. Knight of Swords, but the Seven of Pentacles. These are two different kinds of energies here. One wants to go rushing in like, rah, but the other one's kind of mopey, like, oh, I don't know. What am I going to do? I think you're feeling a little back and forth about a situation. On the one hand, you're waiting for a return on your investment. On the other hand, you just want to go charging right in to make something happen. I think that's why the Queen of Wands is in reverse. Whoever this is, they're trying to reestablish their sense of self. Hopefully, it's not a person just being a bitch and wanting attention. I know you guys don't want to be that way. You could be dealing with a Leo for sure. All I know is that you might feel a little trapped in your head about it. Just regroup, think about how much work you can actually put into something and set up a good productive routine without it exhausting you or going in circles, and try to reestablish your fire and your sense of self, and your confidence and your independence. You thought your way into it. I know you can think your way out for sure. You might be in a situation that you're not very comfortable with. You might just not be ready for something like that just yet. So I would just err on the side of caution. That Knight of Swords goes rushing in like a lunatic. You've got a couple different kinds of energies here. So it's kind of a mixed bag. The important thing is you will have clarity this month. And the next couple weeks hasn't happened yet. There might be a way that you can see something a little bit more clearly. There might be something around you that you're just not seeing or another person isn't seeing. I just heard somebody say, no, you don't get it. This person doesn't see that I don't want to set up something steady with them. And I'm actually the victim in this situation. And I think a part of you wants to really charge in and say something, but another part of you is like, maybe I should just wait and see what happens. Just wait and see what happens. The sun will come out. It'll all come out in the light of day, and get rest, march to the beat of your own drum if you need to. Continue to focus on your own personal goals and search your soul. And I think that will help a lot. All right, Scorpio, that's your mid-month bonus. I hope this helps you and I hope it resonates with you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. I love your sign. Love Scorpio. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Scorpio. Take care of yourselves. I really love you guys, and I'll see you next time.